Hey guys, welcome back. I've got a clutch to cut for you. We haven't had a ton of videos lately. I have been in the process of renovating the reptile room, so everything's a mess here. Let's give you a gander. It's all over the place, but we just got done installing some very nice LVP flooring. There's our refrigerators, incubators, everything's all over the place. We'll have some videos coming up soon here after we get everything organized. We got some awesome clutches coming. A new species that I'm very excited about. I shared a few pictures on Instagram. I really didn't want to at the time, but it was kind of a deal I couldn't refuse. I will share that in a future video once we get things organized here. But we got a clutch that is ready to cut. I'm going out of town for a few days, so I want to cut these eggs so I can make sure there's no issues while I'm gone for the weekend. So let's take a look. So we got Jimothy and Megan. This is going to be a head-to-head sunset combo. So Jimothy is a proven pastel double het sunset clown. He produced Rusty, who is our sunset het clown that hatched last year. Our first sunset we hatched ourselves. And then we have Megan, who's a pastel het sunset. So we got 4 good eggs from this one. I think there was 1 slug in this. So this is day 54. You can see those eggs are pretty well sunken in. And we will take a gander at what we got going on inside of here. We're going to cut these eggs and let's see what we got. The hope here is for female sunsets. Het clown. Come on, let's see what we got. That looks to be a super pastel. So these guys will have to shed test and check for hets unless they're visual sunset. So that one will be sending probably up to Charlie to check for a double het sunset clown, but it appears to be a super pastel. It's got the super washed out head and bright yellows in a pattern. Alright, what do we got here? Well, these will have to wait till they shed out, but if I were to guess, another either pastel or super pastel. Give this guy a poke test, make sure everything's good. Yep, he's moving. He or she. Meaning to assume gender here. Alright, this is egg 3 of 4. So Jimothy, like I said, is a proven. He produced a sunset last year for us. Megan is the first time mom, but she is we got her from Captive Bred Specialties. That looks like another, bump the camera, but another super pastel here. So if this het to het doesn't work out, I'll probably shed test her just to be sure so we don't waste any time breeding her in the future. Last chance for a sunset visual, and I don't think that happened. A lot of goop. This looks like a pastel, so we'll shed test them depending on what we get. I really don't need male double het sunset clowns. I've got some visual clown het sunsets, visual sunset het clowns, but we will shed test, and you guys will potentially see these guys up on Morph Market as soon as we have some meals, but can't win them all. No visual sunsets on this one, so we'll let them have a few days to come out of the egg, and we will check back in. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Later. Hey guys, while editing this, I just realized that I recorded this next part in a fast forward motion or a high speed. So there's no audio that got recorded with it, unfortunately. So I'm going to explain to you what's going on here. We had 2 of the 4 eggs in this clutch. The babies didn't come out of the egg. So we have 2 remaining, and then one of those 2 remaining did not absorb its yolk for whatever reason. And the baby had tried to come out of the egg and was just dragging this giant yolk sac around, and it was not good. So what you'll see here is me tying fishing line around the umbilical cord, and then we'll leave the baby overnight and give it time for it essentially will cut that umbilical cord and allow that sac to fall off, so the baby isn't pulling on that umbilical cord and dragging it around. 24 hours since we wrapped the fishing line around that yoke for the hatchling, and I am pleased to say it looks like it worked. So we're not out of the clear yet, but I opened this up today, and he or she appears to have separated from it. Very small compared to the sibling in it, but this is just a chunk of that yolk, and the fishing line is right there, as you can see. So I will dispose of the yolk, and we'll get her or him into a tub, and then the idea now is going to be to get food into this snake, because she or he did not absorb that yolk. They need that nutrients to get their body going to be able to thrive. So I'm hoping to try and feed tomorrow, and we'll see what happens. So fingers crossed, they'll take food pretty easily, and we can get them on track and keep them alive. These 2 hatchlings that we've been following here with this clutch, you know, we had the 2 that didn't make it. We have the one we had to tie off the yolk on, and one of them has had their first meal, but the one that we had to tie the yolk on has not had its first shed yet. We'll give them a few more weeks before we have to do anything with that. But let's take a look at these guys. So they're doing pretty good. Oh wait, wrong clutch. That's a cantaloupe baby from our first clutch. So this is the guy that ate. He is a Pastel. Looks like he peed in the corner. I'll have to get that cleaned up after this, but come on, camera, work with me here. That's him in all his glory. So he's eating, like I said. We'll get him shed tested here at some point. And then this one is a female. You can see she's pretty tiny. She does not weigh much. Another Pastel. Poshat Sunset Clown. No other defects that I can see, but like I said, has not shed yet. She's still got that shiny, glossy first skin on her. So we'll see what happens with that. Since that last clutch, I did update up the temps on my incubator by a degree. It seemed like it might be a little low after I calibrated the temperature measuring devices I was using. So, but yeah, please like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and let me know what you guys think about these little ones here. As soon as we get them established, and might keep the female if it is double het Sunset Clown, because that is the project I primarily work in. But if we get a that male, that might probably will be up on Morph Market, and then if the female's not double het for Sunset and Clown, she will be up on Morph Market as well. So we'll see you guys out on that next video, and I'll keep you updated through shorts or another video on that little one that has not eaten yet. So we'll see how she's doing. I keep you up to date. Bye, guys.